Welcome to Mike's Mr. October and more. So you see the rookie card of Fergie Jenkins, a native of Canada and a Hall of Famer, and won several times 20 games or more and struck out over 3,000 batters along with teammate Bill Sorrell. Rookie card I recently purchased. And if you've been following me, no, I'm a set collector and I've been working on the 66 set. So today's episode is going to be on the Topps 1966 Topps building set. So I purchased all these cards. So I have approximately 50 cards altogether that I purchased. And my first one's going to be Jim Owens. Renee Latchman, he later became a coach. I love that KC athletic cap and the velvet vest. Bobby Knopp later became a coach, and I think he also a manager. And one thing about this set, it's very difficult in the centering. Very difficult. Lou Burnett. He's not a Hall of Famer, but he did very well in the World Series. I think he was in the World Series at least 3 times, 3-time winner. Old Chicago White Sox style cap. Here we go. Astro Aces. You would think that it would imply pitching, but Bob Aspromonte and Rusty Staub. When I worked in the city back in the late 80s and 90s and early 2000s, Rusty Staub had a restaurant. I used to go to his restaurant fairly often, and I took my wife there a couple times. And one time we were eating dinner, Rusty was sitting right next to us. Got his autograph after he was done eating. Didn't want to impose on him. And he signed for us. The old style Cincinnati Reds uniform. There you go. There you go. Full view of the old style vests, Kansas City Athletics. Here we go. Del Crandall, great player. His playing days. Here we go. John Rosebarrow. Ed Kranepool basically held every record in Mets history for hitting and all that kind of stuff until a young third baseman came along by the name of Dave Wright. Here we go. Jim Perry, brother of Gaylord Perry, doesn't get much love. He won over 220 games. A few times winning 20 games or more in a season. Doesn't get very much recognition. Clay Carroll, later played for the Cincinnati Reds. Diego Segui. Love that cap. Love it. I want to get one of these one of those days. I had a hard time finding it on the internet to find one of those caps that fitted at least. Nolan Jones played for the Red Sox for a number of years. Background, the old Yankee Stadium. Harry the Hat Walker. Manager for the Pirates before Danny Mortaugh. New York Yankee. name you don't hear. Ray Parker. Jerry Grody, number of years with the New York Mets, and then later a Dodger, if I'm not mistaken. Here we go. Vida Pinson. Great hitter. There you go. You got to believe. Tug McGraw. 1969 Mets. Later became a reliever for the Philadelphia Phillies. Here we go. Jim Bouton wrote that infamous book, Ball 4. A lot of players didn't like what he wrote. And he also played for the Seattle Pilots. Dodger team card. Here we go. Tim McCarver, part of the 1967 World Series champs against the Boston Red Sox. Recently passed away, and commentator. Mike Shannon, part of the World Series champ team of the St. Louis Cardinals. And the old Shea Stadium in the background. Johnny Keane, manager. Actually, he was an infielder, and he played in the minors for the St. Louis Cardinals. And in 1935, he was hit in the head, and actually he was in a coma for several weeks, believe it or not. He was a manager for the St. Louis Cardinals, who won the World Series. And then the following year, he defected and went over to the Yankees. And in the second, he had a losing record in his first season with the Yankees, and then the second season, he had a losing season. I don't know if he was fired or what. And then he became a scout for the Angels, and then suffered a fatal heart attack. He was only like 55, and he passed away. Looks like he's in his 60s there. He looks old. Must have been a smoker. And then here's a team picture of the Cleveland Indians. Here you go, Rico Petrocelli. One season he had busted out 40 home runs in a season. Red Sox team photo. Norm Cash. There you go. Great hitter. Power. RBIs. And one time he was in the game, and it was against the California Angels, and Nolan Ryan was pitching. And nobody could hit Nolan Ryan, so he came out with a piano leg as his bat. And of course, the umpires are like, WTF. Because nobody could hit Nolan Ryan that day. That must have been a sight. I would love to have been at that game. Here we go. Team photo of the Atlanta Braves. Hector Lopez. Passed away fairly recently. Jack Acker. I think he later went to play on with the Yankees, or did. Gene Alley. Rookie stars. Tommy Helms. I think he played third base for the Reds. This is showing you these cards because I'm building the 66 set, and these cards, players are not shown very often, so they don't get very much hobby love. Joe Coleman and Jim French, who were with the Senators for quite a few years, actually. Donald Maxville, shortstop for the Cardinals, was on the World Series team in '67. Okay. So that's it. So those are all the cards that I got from my 66 set. And I'm going to be putting in my photo album, and then I'm going to show you a little later the cards in the photo album. So I'm working my way up slowly on the set. I've been working a lot of the Hall of Famers also, trying to bang them out. But there's going to be some short print cards like Horace Clarke, Denny McLain. They're going to be a little bit more pricey. But anyway, so I'm going to show it a little bit later, the cards in the pages. All right, see you in a little bit. So here we go, starting at card number 200, Eddie Matthews. And now the only cards, I only need 9 cards for the 200s, from 200 to 299, which are mainly the league leaders. But I got to take my time on league leaders because there's a lot of Hall of Famers. And this is a very difficult set to find the cards horizontal on the league leaders. And then also I'm missing the Roy White rookie card, which is a horizontal 2-panel photo. So it's kind of difficult to find a Roy White rookie card. But mainly my cards that I just purchased started at card number 270, which is Claude Oysting. And then I went up to card 339. So as you can see, I got most of my cards filled here in the 200 series. There's a Johnny Keane card that I just purchased and Jim owns. Lou Burdett, Rico Porcelli. Roberto Clemente I got, but as a PSA. Got the Clay Carroll, Diego Zagui. Oh, here you go, Hall of Famer Frank Robinson. Guess that's the year he was traded because it's very generic, from the Reds to the Baltimore Orioles. Notice I put my horizontal cards facing inwards because it's a lot easier to read the card instead of flipping the, the binder, and then you're gonna have to look kind of odd. Dalton Jones, here we go, Hall of Famer Bob Gibson. Just got this card. P. Reichert. Bernie Allen, later New York Yankee. Jerry Grody, I just got that card. Billy Byrne, Byron. And then here I end at card number 339. There's your Dale Crandall. Yeah, 339, that's my last card. And then I got a lot of blanks here. So I gotta work from 340 up to 400 and then thereafter. But remember, when you're building this set, it's more like a marathon as opposed to a 5K. But I gotta be doing a short video or a video next on the 2024 Top Series 1. I'm gonna open up the box and rip open some packs so you can see. Card number 1 is going to be Acuna, and then card number 20 is going to be my man, the polar bear, Pete Alonso. But anyways, give a thumbs up, any comments, and if you'd like to subscribe. And thanks again for everyone for watching Mike's Mr. October and more.